I get this question so many times. Hey Yusuke, how do you speak English so well? So let me explain how I got my English up to this level. Hi guys, I'm Yusuke Nagano from Karate Dojo waKu, and if it's your first time checking out my channel, this channel is on Shotokan Karate, both on kata and kumite. So if you'd like to take your karate to the next level, then please consider subscribing to my channel. The topic for today is how I learned my English. So I'm currently 23 years old, and I have to take my story back all the way to when I was 5. So I was born and raised most of my life in Japan, and I started going to an English after school program when I was, I think, 5. So my mom and my dad, I think, were, interested in learning English. So I think they kind of forced me into going to a English after school program when I was 5, and I think I went there once a week, like for an hour, and I would learn simple stuff like how to write ABC or how to say my name or colors and numbers and stuff. So that didn't really help me to speak English. That was just the basics. So that went on until like around 2-3 years, and after that, when I was in 3rd grade, I moved to United States, to a state of New Jersey. It's a little state right next to New York, and I moved there because of my parents' job. So yeah, after going there, I went to a local elementary school, primary school, and there, I think that was my serious step into learning English. So when I got there, I couldn't speak English at all. I only knew how to say my name. So there were 3 phrases that I could say. Hi, my name is Yusuke. What does this mean? And how do you spell this out? So those were the 3 phrases that I knew. So that's where it all started. I went there, day 1, 3rd grade. Everyone's speaking English around me, but I kind of had a feeling that I could somewhat copy what the teacher would write on the blackboard, right? Because it's letters, just letters. But then she starts writing it in cursive. Does this happen if you're from the States? Do you still have to learn to write in cursive from like 3rd, 4th grade? Well, that was how things went with my elementary school. So day 1, I go to the school, I have to now relearn how to write letters in cursive. So that I did first. But then first I couldn't make any friends because, I couldn't speak the language. But luckily, I played soccer. And my school, although it was a school in America, a lot of the kids love soccer. So that's how I got to make some friends. So the first year in 3rd grade, I learned the basics, basic writing, reading, speaking, listening. And there was a class called ESL, English for English Second Language, I think. And for that class, so I would get out of the language arts class that everybody else is taking. I would go to the ESL class. And there would be a Japanese, no, I think she was American, but she spoke Japanese very well. So that's how I learned the basics there. So, I did the basic grammar, writing cursive, and they also helped me out with my homework. And also, I went to a tutor. I think she was a Chinese lady, and I would go over the homework every week. Because in the States, there are a lot of homework, right? As a lot of you guys know. So I struggled with that a lot in the first year, 3rd grade. 2nd year, I was still in ESL, but I kind of, started getting comfortable with speaking and listening. Writing and reading, I wasn't so confident, but now I was able to communicate with my friends, and that, meant a lot to me. By the end of 2nd year in 4th grade, I got out of ESL, and now from 5th grade, I started taking, normal classes with everybody else. But then at first, my grades were really low. I think it was like below average. But then, I just kept on working hard, and then 6th grade, my grades went up, and that's the timing where I was very comfortable with just speaking English. Also, there were some Japanese friends, but I just tried to keep a little distance from them and stay with friends that spoke English. And a lot of my friends, I had close friends, Russian friends, Korean, Chinese friends, just regular American friends. So yeah, that was my elementary school life. From there, I moved into middle school. 7th grade and 8th grade, that was my middle school. And yeah, there I spoke English every day, just like everybody else. At that point, I was confident with my reading, writing, speaking, listening, and everything else. However, from there, because of my parents' job, we had to now go back to Japan. So now I was starting to worry that I'm gonna forget all my English that I obtained in America. So I worked very hard to get into a high school that a lot of the students spoke English. So the school that I went to, around 25% of the students spoke English. I mean, there were level differences, but most 25% of them spoke English. And we had English classes like, I think almost every day. So there I would, keep on I just wanted to maintain my English level. But what happened was a lot of the kids, since only 25 spoke English, we didn't communicate in English in class because, everybody, the 75%, the rest of them spoke Japanese. So my speaking level just dropped, just plummeted tremendously because I didn't speak for the next 3 years, barely. I was reading books, I was, watching YouTube videos and, just enhancing my listening. But then for speaking, I didn't do so well. I mean, there were like debate classes, but that was like once or twice a week, which is like, 2 hours every week. That's not gonna get your English or your like overall language skills to the next level. So at the point where I graduated high school, I mean, yeah, my writing skills and my reading skills, they went up. I was more confident with it, but then now I couldn't speak well. So that was a huge problem. So I entered university, and that's where I started doing this. Well, I didn't do YouTube, but I did Instagram, and I was speaking out. And I started doing karate lessons for tourists in Japan. So that the Instagram part, you can check out it from the link below. And if you scroll down all the way to the bottom, you can see videos that I posted from like 2-3 years ago. That's the time when I started, speaking English on a daily basis. And that helped me out a lot because, now I'll be watching YouTube videos to learn how people spoke on YouTube. And I'll be doing, I'll be practicing that on my camera. So that helped me out a lot. And as for the karate school, I would meet new people from all over the world, from Argentina, USA, Canada, England, where else? Just Philippines, Australia, and we would communicate using English. So that helped me out a lot and to gain confidence in my speaking skills as well. Now, since I've graduated university, now I want to, feel comfortable using English in all circumstances for business as well. So now I do this video shooting so that I don't forget how to speak. I would like three times a week I would talk with my American friends using Facebook. What's it called? Messenger, Facebook Messenger. What else I do? Oh yeah, I read Bloomberg. Bloomberg is like it's an application where you can check out news articles, and they also have Bloomberg TV, which is like a live broadcast 24/7 news channel that you can sign up. It's a subscription, but I think it's very worth it. I just open the PC every morning, put on Bloomberg TV, and then I will hear the news 24/7, and I'll be working. So that's how I keep my English skills, and that's how, I think you understood my story behind how I can speak English. So how did you guys learn English? I know only around 1% of my viewers put on the subtitles. So I think a lot of you understand what I'm saying, which means you know English to a certain level. So I'm interested in where you're from and why you're able to speak or write in English. So please comment that down below. And if you'd like to learn more about Japanese words, then I've covered that in this video. So please check that out, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.